2016 world champs caught between the St. Louis. This should be a fun battle to watch. Ian Kennedy will be the starter for the Royals.
Strikeout. He's averaging less than 7 strikeouts per 9. So they're going to put the ball in play on him. He's a guy that's going to use his defense. It's almost like a throwback to yesteryear.
Here's Matt Carpenter, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Leading off tonight for St. Louis, first baseman, number 13.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A fastball right over the outside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. Good night for baseball. 69 degrees here at first pitch. 1-2. Here it comes. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Right side and right into the shift. Merrifield scoops it up. No problem here. 1 away. Now a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. What's this club need to focus on this evening, H?
Well, the key to me in this one, I'm going to throw a cliche at you, Matt. You know I don't use many cliches. I would have to say have great energy. Play with some enthusiasm. Be excited about playing. And if they do that, man, they carry it through for 9 innings. Look out.
At the plate, Tommy Pham. The average just a few ticks shy of him up over the top. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. And there are our umpires for this one. Working the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Now, Matt, Dave Lawrence is going to remind you a lot of James Kingsley. He comes from that old school of you hit your spots, he's going to call it. He has a tendency to call one side of the plate a little bit more than the other.
Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Well, we all know he's going to get strikeouts when he's on the mound. It's kind of his thing. The key for the offense is to actually make them work for him. So that 3-pitch see you later isn't going to help very much.
Ready now, number 11. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. Just underway here in Kansas City. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Chop foul over towards the dugout.
Well, I think he's trying to get that 2-strike fastball out of the zone.
Carlos Martinez, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, Matt, when I look at his pitching line, the thing I look at is his whip. He's just below league average, so he's not allowing a lot of traffic on the base paths, and he's keeping his team in the games. If he gets a big break early on, he may run away with it, hold on to the lead, and win this game.
Leading off for the Royals,
Whit Merrifield next to hit. And there you see his righty-lefty splits and how they've played out so far this season. And this will be fouled away. And Harold, we take a look at the Cardinals entering play here tonight. They'll look to make it 3 straight here as they come in on the heels of 2 straight wins.
Well, Matt, I really like their pitching staff, but I think the key to this game is clearly falls on their shoulders. They throw off-speed pitches for strikes, and they mix their pitch as well. I think if they do that, they got a chance to win.
And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out.
batting second, center fielder.
In now is Lorenzo Cain. He is, of course, a guy to be wary of if he gets on base. His stolen base total leads the ball club. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Way out in front. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Heading out towards shallow right. Grichuk has it in his tracks, and that's the second out of the inning.
Batting third, first baseman, Eric Hosmer.
First baseman Eric Hosmer is in. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Line drive to center field. And that's going to be a base hit here for Hosmer.
Well, a couple things with that base hit right there by the 3-hitter. One, he thought he was going to get out of this inning pretty easy. And now you put him in a stretch. The middle of this lineup is no joke. He can find himself in danger real quick.
Here's Melky Cabrera. He comes in currently second on the team in home runs. Had him off balance a bit as this is skied into short left center. Pham is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. One left for Kansas City. Still no score. Now at the plate, Jose Martinez. He'll start things out in the top half of the second.
Hitter, Jose Martinez.
Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably be extended out of the zone, or at least that'll be the intent. Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitcher's pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Royals. And I'm looking at Lorenzo Cain. Talk about go and get a baseball. Man, he's fun to watch, especially when he's playing in a spacious ballpark like Kansas City. Goes and gets everything. Again, another guy who got cut his sophomore year in high school from his baseball team. Come on, coach, put him in the game.
First pitch on its way. Yadier Molina comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. After it is Cain.
Center fielder number 25, Dexter Fowler.
Here's Dexter Fowler now, and the average isn't pretty, down into the roaring 220s to begin the ball game. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. No score here as we play inning number 2. Swung on and missed. 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A changeup right on the outside corner for a strike. 1-2 pitch coming to Fowler. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. In now, Mike Moustakas. He comes into play with a batting average in the respectable 270s.
Mike Moustakas.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Lifted into the air out towards center field. And this is taken in by Fowler for the first out.
All right, here's how the Cards line up defensively, brought to you by Majestic. At second base, Colton Wong. What I love about his game is he's fearless on the pivot. He will hang in there, take a hit, and still get rid of the ball. Nice arm and has good arm strength that allows him to hang around that base a little bit longer than most.
Throw gets him, 2 down.
Batting 7th.
Now at the
The
plate,
shortstop,
Alcides Escobar.
Alcides
Not the shiniest
Escobar.
of batting average as he comes in hitting down in the 220s for the year. Here comes the first pitch. And a whiff at a good slider that time. Bottom of the second here with no score. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss.
He is being aggressive in this inning. 0-2 on this hitter. The first 2 outs were...
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Royals go down 1-2-3. We'll move to the third with no score. Colton Wong will stand in. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Butera has a play. 1 out. So with 1 away now, time for a check of the standings as you see that these guys find themselves 4.5 games back in the division race entering play. Here's Randall Grichuk. He enters play with 14 home runs to his credit this year. Here's a fastball chopped foul at the plate. It's strike 1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
He's looking really great on the bump right now. I mean, it's been a while since he's allowed a base runner, and he just jumped ahead of another hitter right there.
Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Swing and a liner, but this is foul near the seats. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes, so it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
Batting 9th. Third baseman.
Now at the plate, Greg Garcia. It's been a rough go for him at the plate as he enters this one with a season average in the 230s. First pitch coming. Here it is. A called strike over the outside corner. The windup and the 0-1. And this is fouled back and out of play.
Oh, man, I think he thought he was going to get another breaking ball right there. He's a little bit late on that fastball. That's a nice pitch, though, following that breaking pitch to keep him off balance with the heater.
A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. We'll see Alex Gordon to start things out when we come back. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Here's the left fielder Alex Gordon hitting just a bit over the Mendoza line on the year.
Left fielder Alex Gordon.
As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And on one pitch, he's retired.
Batting 9th. Catcher Drew Butera.
Now batting, Drew Butera. The season batting average comes in down in the 240s. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this is going to be a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
Well, he doubled up on that slider, so that tells me he's really feeling it at this point in the game. Good chance we'll see a heavy dose of that slider as this start continues.
And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
The 2-2 one more time. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number 2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Whit Merrifield. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch on its way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Calling for it, Pham. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. KC down in order. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Back with Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac. Matt Vasgersian as the TCU product Matt Carpenter is the first to bat in the inning. And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
He's having a really good game. He's over 70% first pitch strike. When you get that first pitch strike, now it opens up the whole strike zone, and that's why a pitcher can dominate, and he's doing that in this game.
Got him. So with one away, let's punch up the graphic and show you the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters here in the 4th inning. And these 2 guys have both displayed their power arms so far with top speeds at 94 and 97 respectively. Digging in for his second at bat, Tommy Pham comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Into the windup and the pitch. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Set to deliver the 0-1. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. High in the air out to center field. Kane is under it. 2 down. Striding in once again, number 11. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. The 0-1 pitch. And he gets him to.
It's a swing, and now you find yourself down 0-2. He's just got a battle. Spread out, get ready to swing at anything close, and make sure you don't get called out on a 3rd strike.
There's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir.
Oh, he might have got away with one. 2-strike breaking ball that ended up being in the zone. I think he probably wanted that out of the zone, but fortunately, he just fouled it off.
Hey, 0-2 in the dirt. Listen, this team's a very free-swinging team, so he's just going to go ahead and try to keep bouncing. If they're going to swing at him, he's going to keep throwing him.
It's in there, and the Cardinals look to have an extra base hit on their first hit of the game. And he will make it all the way to 3rd now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Hey, even the best center fielders make mistakes once in a while, and that's definitely the case here. He totally misplays it, and by the time he recovers, no chance of keeping him from ending up at 3rd.
Jose Martinez is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. Comes set with the 0-1. 0-1 looked like a knuckle curve, and it's 1-1 now. Just one hit apiece for both of these clubs. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
Trying to do way too much up there for what I can tell. He knows that's a big run standing there at third, but that swing was way out of control. You still have to stay within yourself and look for your pitch.
To the right side, but foul, and he'll try it again. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. No damage done after the 2-out triple. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Digging in to try it again, Lorenzo Cain. He'll match up with Carlos Martinez to lead off the inning. And the first pitch is chopped foul at the plate. It's strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Well, this lineup obviously doesn't get to see this guy very often because he's over in the other league, and it's really showing. He's pitching really well right now, and I'm sure these hitters are plenty happy they don't have to face him multiple times this year.
Into the box, Eric Hosmer. Sent out to straightaway center field. There to take it is Fowler as that becomes out number 2.
Now batting, right fielder, Melky Cabrera.
So stepping in, Melky Cabrera. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Back goes Fowler. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo home run for Melky Cabrera. Home run number 16 for him on the year. And the Royals are on the board first. It's 1-0.
Well, he was on cruise control, just needing one more out to get out of the inning, but he came up with a plan. Base is empty. He didn't have to think about shooting one to the opposite field or shortening the swing to move the runners. He just wound up and let her rip. A solo shot is the result.
Third baseman.
The third baseman, Mike Moustakas now. And he'll promptly. Fowler has a read on it. And that ends the inning. But the Royals are on the board first thanks to this solo home run. We're through 4. It's now 1-0 Royals. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Number 4, Yadier Molina.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit the other way out toward right field. And this is pulled in out there by Cabrera for the first out.
Center fielder, Dexter Fowler.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. The 0-1 delivery. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Ooh, and heads up as this is pulled foul. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Colton Wong will stand in.
She'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
Matt, I tell you what, I love how he's pitching right now. He has continued to pound that first pitch for strikes. When you do that, you set yourself.
The 0-1 pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
Boy, Matt, he's in some kind of groove, and they better get something working because he is one pitch away from throwing 5 shutout innings. Talk about dominant work so far.
And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Cardinals. They still trail 1-0. Now to the plate, Brandon Moss. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Designated hitter, Brandon Moss.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Drilled to first. Carpenter has it, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
The shortstop, number 2, Alcides Escobar.
Coming to the plate now, Alcides Escobar. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. This is fouled back and out of play into the VIP seats behind home plate. Set to deliver the 0-1. Hard hit toward the hole. And a base hit is at base runner.
Well, he had really struggled in this cold streak he's been in right here, so that's a welcome single. He watched his average plummet below 230.
Now in the box, Alex Gordon. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Hit out toward second. Throw on to first, and Gordon is retired here for the second out.
Now batting.
Digging in now, Drew Butera. He popped out in his first trip. And here's a ball hit in the air. Grichuk on the move. He can't get to it. This one's down. In to score, the runner from second.
Oh, he couldn't have thrown that any better. Fastball inside, jams him, and he gets a nice bloop single to reward him. Wow.
Murrayfield.
Whit Merrifield next to hit.
As he lines it out to center.
Fowler is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. It's the Royals 2 and the Cardinals nothing. Here's Randall Grichuk. He'll start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Ground ball right side. Merrifield picks it up. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting. Third baseman, Greg Garcia.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Greg Garcia. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First delivery to him on the way. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. There's a changeup over the outside corner. One and one. Here it comes. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball.
If you're able to locate your fastball like that, you're going to have a good game. I'm not surprised to look up and say he's having a good game right now because he's been spotting that fastball pretty good most of the game.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
Matt Carpenter is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
I think he's pitched better than anyone really expected in this one. He's done a real nice job, but someone's going to make him pay if he puts too many more pitches in that location.
No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. A little roller toward the hole. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They trail it here 2-0. In now is Lorenzo Cain. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point.
Center fielder Lorenzo Cain.
Into the windup and the pitch. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 game so far. With that, the Royals have their leadoff hitter aboard to start out the inning.
Great job of hitting. So many people think you get a first pitch fastball, you have to pull it. No, a great swing is hitting the ball back up the middle.
First baseman Eric Hosmer is in, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Now a throw over to first, back in standing. Nobody out, runner on first. And another throw over, keeping particularly close tabs on him. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Kane runs. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A 2-run home run off the bat of Eric Hosmer. Home run number 15 for him thus far, as the Royals have extended their lead to 4-0.
Yeah, Molina was calling for something down in the zone, but he didn't execute the pitch. Nothing for a catcher to do but to tell his guy to shake it and hope he sharpens up his command.
Brett Cecil takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning.
Number 21, Brett Cecil. Now batting, right fielder, Melky Cabrera.
Here's Melky Cabrera. A swinging bunt to the mound. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Third baseman, number 8, Mike Moustakas.
Striding in once again, Mike Moustakas. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. A swing and a miss at a ball down. I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2. Cardinals are going to get something going in the bullpen now as a left-hander has begun to get loose. And that's swung on and fouled straight back.
Well, when you're hitting with 2 strikes, you're just in battle mode. Right there, he gets a breaking ball. He just fouled it off. Got a piece of it and stays alive.
Now another 0-2. Swing and a miss. Looked like the knuckle curve there, and that's out number 2.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
Stepping in now, Brandon Moss. Swinging a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. Side is retired. The Royals come up with a pair, however, on this 2-run home run. The 2-3-4 hitters now to start the 7th. It's now 4-0 KC. Digging in once again, Tommy Pham. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
Tommy Pham.
There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
We talk about that first pitch and how important it is. Well, we're watching a guy right now that's throwing 80% to the hitters right now. The first pitch for a strike. When you do that, you're going to pitch deep in the games like we're seeing right now.
And that misses 1-1. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame. Digging in and looking for more. Number 11. 1 for 2 with a triple so far in this one. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
Seared down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Hit high in the air down the right field line. Cabrera's there, 2 gone.
The batter.
Ready for another shot now. Jose Martinez. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one. This one's down to third. Moustakas is there. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Digging in to try it again, Alcides Escobar. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch on its way. A swing and a miss at one that almost hit him. The 0-1. Ground ball left side. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, 1 away. And I thought this might happen based on how close that play was at first. The skipper's out of the dugout, and it looks as though he might decide to challenge that out call.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait and see what the word is from the dugout. But here's another look at it. Wow. Tough to tell if he was out for certain from that angle. I can see why this was a really tough call for the umpire.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for the play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play.
The Royals have elected to.
So here's one last look at that replay from another angle. There has to be indisputable evidence in order to change the call. And boy, I'll tell you what, I just don't see it there. I'd be pretty surprised if this challenge works out for them in this case.
Line hard to center field, and he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The catcher, number
ready
9.
for another chance. 2 tries so far. First pitch of the at-bat. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
Here it comes, 1-0. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Pham will wait on it, and he will put it away to retire the side. So they go down without a whimper here. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the Royals 4 and the Cardinals nothing. Ready once again. Yadier ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In need of a quick inning here, but he starts this one with a ball. It's 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Knuckle curve and a beauty too. 2-1 now. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Laid off as it caught the inside corner. Here it comes. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
Well, they haven't had a lot of offense in this game. Right now, though, you got 3 balls here. Maybe this will be the leadoff walk that gets things going for them.
And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning.
This is only their second base runner of the game after that earlier hit. Tough to score when you don't have anyone on base, so we'll see if they can get something going here.
Dexter Fowler is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1.
Well, with the leadoff man getting on right there, Matt, they are falling so far behind. They have to capitalize. They have to get some runs to get back in this thing.
Pretty well hit deep down the line in right, but that's back into the seats. Foul.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse. Nice job on the mound to bounce back from the leadoff walk. Those are usually pretty costly, but that won't be the case this time after the 2-ball.
Coming to the plate now, Colton Wong. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. One and 2.
Boy, he's been great in this one, and he's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
Here's a high pop-up. Moustakas is there. And that's the 3rd out. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. Now in the box, Whit Merrifield. He'll see what he can do leading off the home 8th.
Second baseman, Whit Merrifield.
Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And this is popped up. Back behind second. Number 11 is there. 1 pitch, 1 out.
The center fielder, number
Well, these fans have been treated to a fine outing out of their hometown starter as we give you a look at the numbers here. A big 0 in the run column on the right-hand side of your screen. Now at the plate, Lorenzo Cain. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
First baseman number 35, Eric Hosmer.
First baseman Eric Hosmer is in. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a ball diving into the dirt, a swing and a miss.
Either he missed the take sign or they're just not thinking as a team. The first 2 guys out on 1 pitch, so it could have been a 3-pitch inning if he would have made it out right there.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Royals go down 1-2-3, but they're in front 4-0. Beautiful Union Station lit up here in Kansas City tonight as we're set for the remainder of this one from the K. Here's Randall Grichuk. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
He's putting together a nice outing so far. It always helps when you get ahead in the count.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth. I want to remind you folks that coming up after the ball game, comprehensive highlights from the contest tonight as we look back on all the action right here on the show. First offering on its way. Not much behind this as this ball is looped over toward first. And Hosmer won't be able to get a glove on it. It's a fair ball.
Well, that's a first pitch single. Maybe they got to get a little more aggressive. He's dominated them early in counts and throughout the whole game. Maybe they've changed their game plan. We'll see. Are they going to be aggressive or continue to be passive?
Here's Matt Carpenter as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
Oh, he's going to want that pitch again. That ball's right down the middle in his wheelhouse. His eyes lit up. He just didn't let it travel deep enough or he could square it and keep it fair.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Matt Carpenter is retired, and now they're down to their final out in this one. So striding in, Tommy Pham. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Here comes the first pitch. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. And that is going to put an end to this one. And the Royals get a complete game shutout from their starter as this ball game is over.
Yeah, they could only manage 2 hits against him the entire game, so they were never really in a position to even challenge him. Rock solid win and a memorable performance.